And now, live from Pod Cabin in Burbank, California, it's the Allison Rosen is Your New Best Friend show. Tonight, Allison welcomes a guest. He's a writer of the Apple TV show Central Park and co-host of the podcast 9 Chickweed Rage. It's Jeff Drake. And she's a writer and producer of Bob's Burgers and co-creator of The Great North. It's Wendy Molyneux. Chef Jeff is here to explain that he's not much of a dog days of summer kind of guy. He's really much more of a cat days of autumn type of dude. I'm her husband, Daniel, saying hop on board the Love Bus and say hello to your new best friend, Allison Rosen. Allison Rosen, Allison Rosen is your new best friend. Allison, with her good times never end. Allison Rosen, doing the wavy pencil dance again. Allison Rosen, Allison's your new best friend.
Hello, my little maple cream cookies. Welcome to another exciting episode of Allison Rosen is Your New Best Friend. That particular Canadian-sounding carbohydrate was sent in on Patreon. By John Yardley. Yes, I'm on Patreon. Go there. You can submit carbohydrates. You can see photos. You can get episodes of The Friend Zone, my bonus podcast, which many law enforcement agencies have told me is legally required to stay behind a paywall. That's how hot it is. And also, there's a level where you can text me and I'll text you back, and I do a daily text update. And that is also juicy, gossipy, and oftentimes petty. Patreon.com/Allison Rosen. Okay. I would like to say hello to my guests. Very excited about this group today. Wendy Molyneux. Hi. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Joining her is a person who exists in his own right. Who just happens to be married to her. It's Jeff Drake.
Hello.
Hi.
Good to be back.
And then a person who exists in his own right and just happens to be married to me, your husband and mine, Daniel Quantz.
Oh, you're just saying.
And also joining us is Jeff Fox.
Hi, Allison. Did I overhear you have a new nickname for Daniel?
Hot honey.
Yeah.
Nice. That's very sweet.
All right. This show is packed to the brim, to the gills. It's a sausage that's leaking out of its casing. There's so much to get to. I would, when sausage leaks out of its casing. Sorry to be cliche. I mean, I'm being silly, but I do feel like sometimes there's a little nubbin that's hanging out the butt of your sausage. It's been a while since I've had a sausage with like that little metal clamp thing that everyone
like
is giving
links.
me the most, except for Jeff, because he's from
Pennsylvania.
You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
Yeah.
There's a little like metal clamp on the end of a sausage, and then there's a little extra sausage nubbin.
Right.
Thank you, Jeff. Okay.
Prolapse.
Yes.
Prolapse sausage.
Exact. Or really, sort of like, and here's another old reference. Jeff, I'm going to look at you. I feel like you'll know what I'm talking about. Back in Daniel, you will. Maybe everyone will. In the olden days, sometimes you'd go to get your film developed, and somehow, like I don't know what, something would sort of not be synced up correctly. So you'd get your photo, and it'd have like half of one photo and then half of another.
Yeah.
Maybe the sausage nubbin is actually supposed to be the next sausage in line.
Could be. I'm just curious about like the majority of sausages I see don't have. The only ones I've seen with like a clamp on the end are maybe sometimes chorizo, but like most other sausages, they just sort of twist and tie off. I feel like
Somehow.
Yeah, be careful of don't eat the clamp.
Yeah,
I know.
That's what they say.
Yeah.
It's like
right.
mind
Yeah.
the gap.
Right.
But it's
Yes,
what
don't
we say
eat
in
the
America,
clamp.
Don't eat the clamp.
They
Right.
said that, the last surgery I had too. Don't eat the clamp. I
It's-
know it looks good.
It's funny you say that because I was thinking that little sausage clamp is similar to like a surgical staple.
Delicious. This all sounds so
I can't
delicious.
wait to have a sausage. Oh, God, I'm hungry now.
Mouth watering.
Oh,
Yeah, well-
surgery and a clamp.
It's making me. I mean, it's not that dissimilar, really. It kind of
Pretty
is.
dissimilar.
I'm trying to think all the times that I've seen sausages with metal clamps. I turn once again to our oh my God, what's the word?
Resident.
That's the one.
There it is.
You get me.
I do
Resident
get you.
sausage expert Jeff Fox. When have you seen metal clamps?
Well, you don't see them in Hatfield's fine pork sausages because they're a very professional company, but mostly with homemade
Okay.
sausages, or ones that are made like in a small little.
People are metal
gourmet
clamping
thing.
at home.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm not going to anybody's house for sausage.
For homemade.
Who's making their own sausage? Are they killing the pigs?
Oh, probably.
Oh boy,
They're killing the pigs. They're
Ooh.
eating the cats.
They're probably just grinding up their own meats, stuffing them into casings,
I mean,
This sounds like
clamping them
a
off.
musical.
In PA, there was a lot of people making venison sausage.
venison. I was going to say
Sure.
Because
okay.
venison is so, what's the word, terrible, that you have to chop it up and mix it with other meat to make
No,
it.
my grandfather made venison summer sausage, and I don't know what is the line of distinction between
The clamp.
non-summer sausage. I guess what
If you're wearing
fall.
a bathing suit when you eat it,
Mhm.
then
Exactly.
that's a summer
It
sausage.
does.
Yeah.
If you're
Wouldn't
wearing
the
white
saus-
pants,
Yeah.
Wouldn't the
When you make
you
sausage
should wear them over your bathing suit.
if you wear white pants when you kill the deer, when you shoot the deer in the woods.
Oh,
Oh, what
God.
a beautiful
Sausage.
image.
Yeah,
That
it
was
is.
Tilda Swinton. What
Yeah.
a gorgeous image.
Yeah.
Picture her killing a deer in a pair of like nice linen
Yes.
white pants.
She's
Somehow.
ethereal, even while
she sees it. It's in the gloaming. She's in
Somehow
a
she,
clearing. The fog clears. There's a deer. It looks at Tilda. Tilda
And when
looks
she
at
takes
the deer.
the deer is also Tilda Swinton.
That I was
Yeah.
going to say, it's hard to know where the deer ends and Tilda
And
begins.
like a little drop of blood gets on the very bottom of the pants. And that's the final
That's
shot
it.
of the movie.
This is beautiful.
that's it.
What?
Otherwise, she maintains the pristine nature of her white linen
Yeah.
suit.
Oh,
Can
Tilda.
someone who's good at AI make this video for us?
Oh,
I think
no, then
just
you'll kill the
ChatGPT.
environment, right?
Oh.
That
you wanna-
deer
yeah.
lives in.
Worth it.
We're not going to have any. If we have too much AI, we
Burn
won't
it
have any
down.
more deer sausages. So we have to decide which one we want.
Venison summer sausage though was good.
Yeah.
It was.
good. Yeah.
What'd you dip it in?
Dip. No, you
that-
slice it up.
Slice it. You have
It's
it like
like-
with cheese on a cracker,
Yeah,
right? 'Cause
yeah.
I remember that
Oh.
from
Yeah, yeah.
Pepperidge
It's like a
Farm
hard-
summer
It's a
sausage
hard
from
sausage.
yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is a gloaming?
Well, actually, gloaming is like it's like something appearing, right? Isn't that what it means? This is the second time in 2 weeks that I've had to look up gloaming. So there's
Really?
something wrong with my brain.
I
like the word gloaming.
I do too. I have a problem with the word insouciant. I think I know what it means now, but I have had to look it up like 600 times. It's my gloaming.
I'm looking at.
In fact, I think Jeff has even heard me talk about it on the
Insouciant
show.
it's like saucy, right? Like it's like a little turn of phrase or something. Is that what it is?
I think it's like without care.
Oh.
Jeff,
Oh, gloaming. Oh, refers to twilight or dusk, which I feel like is
Ah.
a good time for Tilda to shoot the deer.
That does-
Absolutely.
that
So I
actually,
feel like that's good.
But
it's
it looks
a word that sounds like what it means to me.
It looks
Yeah.
like it also means sullenness and melancholy.
Well, I
Insouciant.
just realized that the
Or
first
gloaming.
time I really heard
Oh, gloaming.
it means melancholy?
According to
Wow.
the internet.
Like how? Like
Never
I'm
lies.
feeling a little gloaming?
wait, it says twilight.
I've got a
dusk.
tad of the gloaming.
There must be a
There's a
second.
tad of
Okay,
the
so there's
gloaming.
a second definition, is what you're saying.
Yes. It seems like the
Okay.
primary one is twilight and dusk.
Dusk. Well, there was this. Now I realize that I know this from a song that I sang in choir, and that the definition is right after the word. But I've always, like, literally in the song, it goes, "In the gloaming, oh my darling, when the lights are soft and low." That's what the gloaming is. It's when the lights are soft and low. I spent my whole life being like, but the gloaming is something else.
Wow. What song is this?
I don't know.
It's a banger.
In the
Neat.
gloaming, oh my darling, when the lights are soft and low. That's how it went. I know
You have
everybody was listening to this to hear me sing.
I didn't know that you were in choir.
I was in, but I can't really hear any harmonies, and I was an alto. So what I would do would just sing with the sopranos an octave down. I would sing the melody, and the rest of the altos around me were singing a harmony, but even if they were right next to me, I couldn't hear it. So I shouldn't have been in the choir. I was like,
But you were adding
faking
warmth to the tones.
Sure,
Did
you're right.
did they ever
Yes, that's
bust
what I
you?
was doing.
Did you get busted?
No, because you're in a choir. Like,
Right.
It'd have to be a pretty small choir for them to know. These were like large, like high school choirs.
It's like
this was in Indiana before I moved here.
Like a firing squad, but of singing.
Oh,
Like choir
insouciant is,
cops.
showing a casual lack of concern, like cheeky, an
Yeah.
insouciant shrug.
Insouciant.
Yeah.
Negociant.
Close.
Yeah.
Nonchalance.
So
Ah.
I have,
Lack of chalance.
I'm burdened by chalance. Don't you think?
Do I think that you're burdened by chalance?
Yes.
Well, I hadn't thought about it until just now, but now that you mention it, probably.
Yeah, we all are in a sense. I have a challenge for all of us as we go
Okay.
into this week.
Okay.
Use gloaming.
Yeah.
Because despite the fact that I just heard the definition a number of times and heard it sung twice, I still don't understand how you could use it to, I mean, Wendy used it to describe Tilda Swinton shooting a deer, and that worked.
Yeah.
But just, you're welcome. Casually. I don't know.
For a brief second, I thought you were talking to Jeff Fox. I was like, yeah, what did Jeff do? Jeez, what's
Neither of you.
Oh,
did
shit, it's
anything.
me.
It just was fun to get mad for a minute.
Yeah. They both probably deserve it.
It seems impossible to just casually drop gloaming.
Yeah, just tell your kids it's time to go to bed. It's the gloaming. And
I
then
mean,
get
that sounds
them
like they're
into
not
it.
going to wake up the next
Guys,
day.
we're in the
That's-
gloaming.
I mean-
Time to get.
It does sound like an end time event.
It does.
Yeah.
It
Go
sounds
to bed. It's the gloaming. That'll scare them.
right.
I
My
read
kids
about
like
this.
being scared.
I
So
read
that'll
about
be
this
good.
in Revelations. Here it is.
Yeah.
And see, if my kids even knew the definition, they'd be like, "We don't go to bed till it's dark."
From the makers of Hereditary. Time to go to bed.
Oh, I did
It's
see
the
my first
gloaming.
movie by the maker of Hereditary. I saw Eddington because I'm too scared to watch his scary movies. But
Yeah.
Eddington isn't a horror movie, so I finally got to see an Ari Aster movie because it was not scary.
Was it good?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Milo wanted to go, our oldest, and so I took him. It was. I mean, it's like we both were like, okay, this movie had flaws that you could talk about for years, but it was still like very entertaining and interesting to watch. So yeah.
Eddington.
I'm recommending something.
Look at that.
Uh-oh. Jeff
What's
got a
happening?
text.
Is it
He got a
Ari Aster?
text. Yeah.
No, it's just
So-
pictures from our contractor.
It's not Ari Aster saying, "My ears are itching."
My ears are burning.
You know, the
My
last
ears
time
are itching.
ringing,
I've
I
heard
think.
burning.
Burning.
I think it's burning.
Burning.
You want burning. Ringing is different and itching is different. None
I
of
have-
those were right.
I have
I
tinnitus.
think
Who's
you-
talking to me? Although I've heard
This
someone.
is a bigger issue than intrusions.
Hold on a second. Is it tinnitus or tinnitus? Because I've heard it pronounced both ways.
According to
Tinnitus.
according to this woman I follow online, who is a expert in ear shit.
Pronouncing.
Yeah, she's a linguist and an ocular something. It's tinnitus, although I will not be saying that. That's like
Wow.
aluminium.
Oh, yeah, that feels like
She
saying,
claims tinnitus.
that feels like saying GIF or GIF, whichever one you're not supposed to
Yes.
say. Yeah.
Jeff, will you look up tinnitus?
Tinnitus.
Or look up the pronunciation.
Well, you're only allowed to say aluminium if you're from England,
Right.
Because that's
Yeah,
what
then it's
that's how they
fine.
say it. They just say it. So
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
if
like
you
Prince William is saying it all the time.
He's
Whenever he
always
finds a can in the yard.
look,
Which is all
honey,
the time.
aluminium.
Well,
Yes,
Kate,
I know.
when Kate finishes her diet sodas, she throws them out the window of the cottage, of Adelaide Cottage.
Don't throw it out the window, love. That's aluminium. He says.
No, he doesn't. He can't tell her. It's like her thing. She gets real mad if you tell her not to throw her cans out the window.
After what she's been through?
Yeah, she's like a. Wait, they don't report on it a lot, but she's
They're not
like
allowed
a-
to.
She's like a raccoon. She's like a very. She's in the yard, no
Always
pants,
washing her hands.
throwing a can out the window, yelling at the neighbors.
What's her
That would be
favorite?
great. I
What's
thought
her
she would
favorite
like
soda?
that. Who? Kate Middleton?
Mhm.
I don't know.
Like, I wonder what kind of cans does she
Oh,
throw
it's-
in? Like Fresca?
No,
I know
it's-
a lot about Meghan Markle and not much about Kate Middleton because I watched Meghan Markle's entire show beginning to end.
Do you recommend it like you do Eddington? Because I... Okay.
I mean, no, but yes, absolutely. It is the wildest thing I've ever seen. Like, you have to watch it all. I watched almost all of it in one night. I was really tired one night and I put it on and I just let it sweep me away. There's so much to say. You could, we should do a separate podcast about
Yes.
it, and we'll do it.
A Patreon exclusive.
We'll do With Love, Wendy and Allison, a podcast about With Love, Megan. We could do
Yes.
that. I'm in because I would love to deconstruct this. I have a lot of my friends also watch it. They can come on as guests.
Oh my God.
Let's do this.
Let's do this.
This would be
Yes,
great.
because you'll be encountering it for the first time.
Yeah.
And I'll be rewatching, so I'm sure to catch even more nuance.
I've seen the scene, homonyms, I don't know, where she corrects Mindy Kaling on her last name.
Yes,
Where Mindy Kaling says something about Meghan Markle, and she's like, "It's funny you keep calling me Meghan Markle. My last name is the Duchess or something." Sussex.
I think she's a Sussex.
Yeah, she's Sussex. Yes, but it comes off really cringy.
Oh, I thought.
Oh, everything does. And I am a fan of this show. I'm going to say that. Like, this is, I'm not, I'm not just making fun of this show. I also
Love it.
Yes, I would like to there's a lot to say.
When you were describing the run up to that, I was imagining that Meghan Markle was calling Mindy Kaling out because Mindy Kaling's birth last name is much longer. She shortened it to just Kaling. And I was like, oh my God, is Meghan Markle like calling her out for not using her full given last name? I thought, that's amazing. I can't wait. But no, it was about herself.
Nothing's ever that controversial.
Right.
There. It's all like, this is why I like it. It's sort of like the Kardashians. Like, there's so much that's unspoken and unsaid. Those are the reality shows I like, where everyone's pretending everything's perfect all the time. I love it. I absolutely love it.
Have you dipped into Secret Lives of Mormon Wives?
I tried. It was
it's
too
so
produced for
good.
me.
Oh, it's extremely produced.
Yeah. I like when there's like an invisible hand at work. You know, it felt like I could tell they were like prompting them, like, be more controversial, say this, be outrageous.
Right.
And I was like, oh yeah, that's not what I love.
Yes. It is very like, they took all the ingredients that make for a fiery reality show and they distilled it down to just that.
Just a sort of cocaine.
Tinnitus?
According to the internets, tinnitus is how it's pronounced in British English. Tinnitus is how it's pronounced in American English.
Okay,
So it is an
then
illuminated
someone needs
count.
Right.
to tell this woman to back off because she's
just-
American.
She's just like, you can take that and put it in the
Your boot.
bin.
Oh, yeah.
You can take the lift to the lorry to the loo and put that pronunciation in the bin.
Yeah.
She's putting
You-
on air.
Out
You
with the
cheeky
rest
cunt.
of the rubbish.
That's right.
Yeah.
And now I have a compliment for Jeff Fox. And then don't worry, Jeff Drake, I'll come up with one for you
It's
too.
okay. Yeah,
And then for you,
it's
we're going
not
around into the
necessary.
Okay, I
compliment
don't like
time.
compliments, so you
Okay.
can skip me.
Okay. Jeff
Yes.
Drake Fox.
Jeff Drake Fox.
Drake
That was
Fox.
weird. That was weird. On our last episode, there was a very loud gardener here
Yes.
for the vast majority of it.
About 45 minutes.
We made a lot of comments on
Screaming?
air.
Like screaming?
Screaming with a leaf with a leaf blower. No, just wearing clashing
Get the fuck
colors.
out
Very
here.
loud.
Get the fuck out here. I need to talk to you about your grass. Like that.
Yeah.
Just
yes.
yelling at the grass.
Just we have the most angry gardener. You'd think we would not use them anymore, but they're so
Scared to
good.
fire them.
Very
Yeah.
much so. Yeah, because the littlest thing he
Gonna
gets
set 'em
bent
off.
out of shape. Jeff, you said that you were looking forward to the challenge of
Yes.
trying to remove the sound, which I thought was a very diplomatic approach.
Mm-hmm.
And you did remove it
Thank you.
Wow.
because a lot of people
Studio
said to
audience
me,
is loving the show.
they love it. They said, let Jeff know I didn't hear one no one actually used the word iota, but that was the gist. I didn't hear one lick. They didn't use that either. No one even heard a scintilla, also not used, but no one heard any of the gardener sound.
No one heard an insusant of it?
Not even a chalance of it.
Wow, thank you.
Neither in the morning nor the gloaming.
Those,
Yeah, and no
those-
one heard it at all.
Those gardeners were here until the gloaming.
They were here. It was, do you guys have gardeners?
Yes.
How long would you say a gardening takes?
90 minutes?
Yeah,
2
around
hours?
there.
Okay, so
Yeah.
maybe it wasn't that long. It seemed very long.
It seemed
just
long. It was
yeah.
so
Well,
loud.
when you're
It,
wanting
When you're
it to be
aware of
quiet.
something.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
time stretches out indefinitely.
it was like they were in the room with a leaf blower. It was really
quite loud. And
Yeah.
then it's like they would be close and then a little further away and then close and further away. And it's like, what pattern are you doing? Okay, now my compliment for Jeff Drake. Is it a compliment? I don't know. Well,
You don't smell as much as you did last time. Is that a compliment?
you're very persuasive in that I now hate 9 Chickweed Lane with the
But
same,
It's terrible. So
Yeah, it's easy to hate.
but I didn't even know of it. I don't even mean I
No.
wasn't like conscious of it. I mean, literally. No, I guess that is what I mean. I didn't even know it existed
Yeah.
until you and Brooke brought it in here, and now I follow 9 Chickweed Rage, the account for your podcast,
Yeah.
and I see the stills, cartoons, strips, whatever they are, and oh my God, I'm stepping on my own. Hey, go fuck yourself. I'll have to find a different one. I can't stand it.
No, it's terrible.
I
And
feel
It's like
rage. It's apt.
upsetting.
Yes.
I
It's-
can't
Yeah.
look at it or engage with it.
And I think, and I'm sure you get into this in your show, there's a level of smugness somehow.
Oh, we came across an interview between there's an author who who wrote like a bunch of. Well, he wrote some of the first like Star Wars novelizations and then a bunch of other science fiction stuff himself. A guy named Alan Dean Foster, and he apparently is friends with Brooke McEldowney, the host
Creator
of Nine Chickweed Lane, and so interviewed him, and it is the most insufferable dialogue. Yeah, I mean, he just really thinks like he's just like he's blowing the doors off of convention, and like, but it's just like it's. I almost lost my mind at the last one that we did, which comes out tomorrow.
Wait, but it's a woman who draws it, right?
No, it's a man.
Oh, that makes me feel so much
Brooke.
better. Because I was like, how is this so awful? And it's not that women can't do wrong, but it feels more manly.
Women can't do wrong, though.
We don't. We can't do anything.
Yeah.
But if we could, it would be right.
It is kind of gross because he has 2 daughters.
Yeah.
And so like all of his stuff is it's also it's just like well, but it's also just like all women in the strip care about is like being sexy.
Yeah. Mandibles glaring. What?
Yeah. Yeah.
No, it's cringe because it doesn't. Here's the thing. I can't engage with it, which is why I've never listened to my own husband's podcast.
It's fine. Don't expect it.
That's why.
Yeah.
Not because I don't want to listen to him and Brooke go on and on and on about hating something, because that's my life.
Exactly. There's no world in which
No.
I would have ever expected you to
No,
listen.
I get enough of it in life.
100%
It'd be like
true.
if there was a podcast of my children complaining. I also wouldn't listen to that.
Right,
I'd
no.
be like, I
Yeah.
already get that.
For the record, Brooke's husband does not listen to it either, and
I know.
will never. And neither does Brooke's best friend, Tuck.
Yeah,
He
Tuck
will
Watkins.
never
Wait,
listen
you've
to it.
had Tuck Watkins on,
No,
haven't
but I
you?
need to
Yeah, you
because
gotta have Tuck
I
on.
need to have him on. I love him and I love his husband
Yes. I don't think they're married.
and his boyfriend.
Unless they secretly got married. And
Yeah,
didn't
I don't
tell
think
us.
so. I don't know.
But they're together, right?
They're together.
Okay.
Yes. As of a few days ago.
Yes.
So don't quote me. But
I move
it sounds
I
like
move
I'm
fast
making
for them.
controversy, but I'm not. I just mean that I don't want to ever speak for anyone else. But yeah, it's just so cringy. It's like I don't understand how anyone ever published that thing. It's
I don't-
so cringy that it's like impossible to describe almost.
Yeah.
Now, I two questions. First one, who dislikes Jeff and Brooke's perennial arguments more? Wendy or Jeff's husband? That's the first question.
Jeff's
My husband.
Oh my God.
Does Jeff have a husband?
What is happening?
What is
Yes,
happening today?
it's Tuck Watkins. Excuse me, Wendy or Brooke's husband?
Okay.
Who
Or
hates
Jeff's husband.
or Jeff's husband?
I don't think Charlie probably doesn't hate it, right?
I just think
doesn't
he
want to hear it.
Yeah, he's
He's like me. I don't hate it. It's
Okay.
fine that it's out there. I just don't want to hear it.
Right.
no, but
Because Charlie's also been subjected to like hours in the car of the two of them like about like something that no one else cares about anymore.
Wallets.
Yes.
yeah,
Exactly.
No, we want and I mean, yeah, it's a problem. We should stop having these
No, please don't.
constant
fine.
arguments.
For my sake, please don't.
No, it's fine.
And then-
no, I don't think anyone wants to hear like if Allison and I were going on and on about college, nobody wants to hear that either.
Nobody.
They want to hear us talk about Meghan Markle, though. For
They
sure.
do, yes. Did I tell you that I found a picture? Okay, I started talking about Buster Quinine again because I can't stop.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Did I send you the picture?
No.
So
Maybe.
a
I don't know.
listener found a grainy black and white photo of Buster Quinine in the quarry.
Oh,
I don't
wow.
know where they found it. And
Wow.
Ian Anderson is in the corner.
What?
He was
That's
like
nuts.
a stagehand or a puppeteer.
Sure, that makes sense.
And so I contacted him and I'm like, what do you remember from this? And he remembers that the teacher was stoned, which makes sense.
Because wasn't it that guy, the Canterbury
Barnes?
Tales guy? Yeah.
Was he Canterbury Tales? Maybe.
He took
Yes.
Canterbury Tales.
Yes.
I think.
I think I took Canterbury Tales from Tony someone. But anyway, yes. Okay.
Tony
so
Hawk.
from
probably.
Tony Hawk.
He came
Yes,
for
it's
one
surprising.
semester.
Yeah, he was
Or Tony.
You'd
yeah.
think that he would be doing skateboarding, but he was doing Chaucer.
It was Tony Soprano, the character.
Yeah.
Yes,
He came
exactly.
and taught
I was like,
for one semester.
note to self, stay on his good side. Okay,
Yeah.
now my second question.
Okay.
Jeff Drake.
Yes.
You and Brooke had a new debate Do you remember what it was?
Oh God, I
Should I
don't.
leave the room?
I don't. I
just
don't
wanna know what
remember. You
your
don't have
opinion
to leave. I don't remember.
Okay, I can't believe that I can't remember either. But I remember you guys coming on and you
No,
were
it
having.
sort of came
I
up.
feel like
Brooke
it had
will
to do
read.
with Doritos. Maybe not.
No, I don't
Okay.
know. Yeah.
All right,
You'll have
welcome
to- yeah.
back to the show, Daniel.
Thank you.
He quietly had to step out, and now he's back.
I am back.
Just in time. Now,
Excited.
Wendy witnessed a miracle.
I know
No,
I
a
did.
miracle happened to me.
Yeah.
I was the
Oh.
recipient.
Wendy
of
received a miracle. I would like to
received a
hear.
miracle.
Okay, let's
okay.
hear it.
Probably 6 months ago, I got a jury duty summons. And I didn't know this at the time, but you can postpone several times. Everyone else probably knows this already. I didn't. I thought you just had to go with whatever they sent you. So I went on the website and I postponed to July 4th week because I thought, there won't be any juries then because
Right.
everyone will be out of town. But then I didn't want to risk it because I was like, oh, it's July 4th. The kids are off. I don't want to risk it.
Right.
So I did not risk it. And I postponed again for this week, this very week, the week we are recording this show.
Okay.
Okay. So I postponed for this week. So then on Friday, I realized, I have some meetings this week. I need to postpone again. I can't risk missing these meetings.
Right.
So I go on and I click on I had it stored in my computer. I clicked on it and it went through and it said, jury service completed.
What?
You were not called for your jury service. And what I realized I must have done is actually,
Not postponed.
I think I either didn't postpone or I postponed for a week that was not this week. And I never called and I did not suffer any of the rigors of
Right.
calling and being nervous that you're going to have to cancel your day the next day and go. Somehow, as I was living my life,
Mhm.
my jury service came and went without me even being aware of it.
Wow,
And it was
that is.
completed.
That is
It is
incredible.
completed, and they can't call me again for a
Was this
year.
for Burbank or was this for Los
No,
Angeles?
you have to go downtown to the Clara
Yeah.
Fulton or whatever courthouse. But yes, my jury service came and went without me
completed.
being aware. I completed it, so I was supposed to be calling,
Yeah.
obviously,
Mhm.
and I didn't, and now it's done.
It's beautiful.
Amazing. You
Beautiful
rolled
miracle.
without being aware. You rolled the dice because you could have been liable for whatever they warn you.
Yes,
5 years
I
in
would have
jail
been
or something.
In trouble.
Yeah.
And there would be a warrant for my arrest or something. And there was a green check, so it felt very like I have been.
I feel like you
kissed on the
accomplished
forehead
something.
by God. And so I did receive unto me a miracle.
I would be so distrustful of it. I would screen grab it and just make
I
sure.
did.
Yeah.
Of course.
Confirmation.
I did.
Yeah.
Yes,
I
of
feel
course.
like the original jury summons, I think, is still on our fridge. I feel like it
Yeah.
maybe should
so
be framed.
I can call and double check, which I might.
You should
But
do a shrine
somehow
with
it
a
I would.
came
I
and
think
went.
so. I think so too.
It
You should
came
do
and
a
went.
what?
a votive.
A little
Yes.
shrine. Find a little.
Because the last 2 times I've had to go but never got seated.
Right.
And I was not looking forward to that. Except for that you do kind of you almost get the day to yourself because you just bring a book and sit.
Wasn't
Right.
the
Which is
last
nice
time
in its own way.
Gene Simmons?
No,
in
that
your-
was 2 times
two
ago.
times ago.
Gene
Wait.
Simmons was in
The
my
worst-
jury pool.
Oh,
Oh,
my
wow.
God.
Yeah, he seems like a real piece of work.
Yes.
He was clearly in the elevator, oh, these people are looking at me. He
I was
just
thinking about him
seems-
the other day and how his name is Gene.
It's
Yeah.
it's against
Gene.
type.
Yeah, everything. His whole life's been an argument against his name.
Yes, I
Like
guess.
that, it defines him.
Yeah.
Wait, I need to hear more Gene Simmons in the jury duty pool stories, please.
That was it. It was just that he clearly is someone. There's the celebrities who do not want to be
yes.
noticed, but Gene Simmons clearly
Did he
was.
get called onto a jury?
I sort of lost track. I think that was one
How
of
is
the
he
times.
someone's peer?
I think that was the time I just got sent home, and then the next time I almost got seated. We got brought into the courtroom. They were going to do a thing, and then it was one of those things where we went to lunch, we came back, and they were like, they settled, and so we all got to leave.
Yeah.
So, which happens a lot, I think. But yeah, Gene Simmons, he's very tall. He clearly liked that people were noticing him.
Yeah,
And
he's
that
not
was
a
it.
shy
I didn't
flower.
really have except for I just
It's a
didn't
real
want to look at
shrinking
him.
bio.
I felt any celebrity who wants me to notice them, I feel like I'm no, get away
Yeah.
from me. Where's your dignity?
The last time I went, the judge, they went through the jury questioning thing, and I drew a bad number, and so I was in the box, so I'd have to be excused. And I think what ended up happening was the same thing. We went to lunch, and it came back. It's sorry, but the judge was named Judge Veal. That was his last name, Judge Veal, and he was so weird. Like we took I think it was shortly after. I think it was we took lunch and then we took a short break and then it got dismissed. But we came back from lunch and he comes back in and he was like, did you guys? I'll take the elevator back up here. We're like, yeah. He's like, yeah, I took the stairs. And then he was got at people. They were like, have you ever been the victim of a violent crime? And this was not long after I'd been mugged, a block from our house. And so I raised my hand, and he was like, and they asked me, he asked me what crime. I was like, oh, I was mugged a block from my house. He's like, where are you from? I was like, originally? He's like, yeah. I was like, Kansas City. He's like, we don't say mugged out here.
We don't?
We don't?
What do we say?
What?
Yeah, I mean,
Tinnitus.
I held up or
Held
something.
up?
I was like, okay.
What do we say?
I was just like the whole.
Maybe you
they
were
held
almost
up.
on that show Jury Duty.
Yes!
I mean,
Because it sounds like he
it
was
was
doing a bit.
So fucking wild. I literally did. I was like, okay. I think he said held up. I was like, okay. I was held up a block from my house.
That
I was
is-
literally like,
No,
what is
but
happening?
we literally do say mugged.
I mean,
I don't know
Yeah,
what
but
he's
it
talking
almost
I
about.
think
makes
I
it-
would say mugged.
yeah.
Is he
Yeah.
suggesting that you said pop instead of Coke, or that you said
think
something
that's
weird?
what he-
Not
Yeah.
because I almost feel like he was judging you.
No, well, I was definitely being judged. He's the judge.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, but also judging. Anyway, very weird judge. And it was a wild.
I would not mind jury duty if it didn't start at 8 and was downtown. That's the part that I don't like.
Like if
They
it
should
started
make
at 2 and was in your living room.
If it was just 10 and it wasn't a downtown, or at least if it was downtown, it was easy to get there. I feel like
Oh yeah, it's in a
everything
very
about it-
weird parking garage.
Yeah,
and then, but
they make
this
it
leads
as
to my
painful as
insight,
possible.
though. This leads to my insight.
Let's hear it.
Is of course it is because you're going there as a jury member,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So for you, of course, it sucks. But who do you think they're actually talking to when they make getting to a courthouse and the whole experience as difficult as possible? People who maybe committed crimes. Right. So everything is difficult, not for you and me who are there as jury members. That's why I was like, God, these seats are uncomfortable. God, this lighting sucks. God, this and that. And I was like, oh, right, you're not supposed to want to come here. It's for the criminal. It's for people. And
but
I'm not
they
saying everyone
should-
who's there is a
Yeah.
criminal, but they are.
Right.
Of course, it's
no.
meant to be
bad.
unpleasant.
It's supposed to be unpleasant.
But
Yeah.
but they're having trouble seating jury. So here's what they should do.
Yes.
This is a compromise. So first of all, valet parking.
oh, I
for all
agree for the
ju-
juries. They should
For-
roll
for
out
jury.
the red carpet for the jury.
Valet parking, jury box is first class in the
Oh.
airplane.
Nice
like
seats.
pods, peanuts, towels, anything you want. Yeah, you know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
nice.
No,
And
you should have a
plush
snack.
Seats, little cup holder.
I agree about this.
It's
I'm just saying they don't have the
This
budget
is like
for this. But
this
they
is like
should.
those seats at the Staples Center where you
Yeah.
down
Like
low
you have a
and you get
box.
the service. A little gal comes
Yeah.
by,
Yeah,
takes your
a
order,
little
chicken
gal.
fingers, a little gal,
A little
only
gal.
the little chicken fingers. You know what I'm saying? But where the defendant sits, harsh lighting, concrete bench they have to sit on, a steel table,
That
You
is
know.
how it is, I think.
miserable.
But I
for
mean,
us,
but
Yeah.
also
basically, it's like American Airlines.
Right.
like-
it should be nice.
Nice for us, steerage for them.
Steer.
Steerage.
steerage. Okay.
I don't know if I don't know.
Do
I'm
you
just
fly steerage?
no. I'm just saying I don't
Steerage
think it
air.
should be horrible for anyone because probably a lot of people actually didn't do anything who are at court.
Oh,
But I
really?
do agree-
Do you think the police waste their time with people who are innocent?
I think we're seeing nothing but totally fair arrests right now. That is what's wild. My Instagram feed is just is menopause makeup and then women being beaten in the streets. It is literally I don't know how to. We need
Are they
somebody
getting
to
makeovers
organize.
in the streets?
We
You know-
need a leader to emerge. Other than Gavin Newsom's trying. I think trying to lead.
I would. I
So,
mean,
I'll take anyone.
I'll take him. I'll take him and his funny tweets and good hair. Even though I don't think he's behind the tweets.
No,
Unfortunately.
it's
No,
a
of course
it's a
not.
29-year-old
I know.
woman, which I like.
I do too. I just wanted it to be him. But then it's like, oh, of course, if he's really this funny and witty, he would be funny and witty all the time.
But also, he's at least approving it.
This is
he's
true.
not afraid. He's not afraid of Donald Trump. Everyone being afraid of this
Yeah.
big
Never
lump of
understood that.
fudge who's about to fucking die. I'm like, what are you fucking scared of? I get it. Like, yes, he does have the nuclear codes. But if it came down to it, I mean, this guy's like a little, like, he can, I bet he can't run 10 steps.
Right.
You know, so it's like, what are we actually being afraid of?
I never
here?
understood why Democrats seem to be afraid of him. I think with the Republicans, they get like actual threats from his like the 3%ers and shit. Like,
Oh,
these,
yeah.
like, crazy
and
motherfuckers
he's
out there.
like, oh, and I also know you've been cheating on your wife with X
There's
person,
probably some of
with
that.
an 18-year-old high schooler.
But Mikowski has
or whatever.
has talked about actual like she's scared.
Mhm.
Like there's
Oh, yeah.
actual fear. But I don't
Oh,
think
yeah.
Democrats get those. So what the fuck?
They
Yeah.
get them, but not as like maybe
Yeah.
they're not as serious or something.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Maybe they're not doing as much that they want to keep hidden.
Wendy,
Sure,
I,
some of them are.
I have something that might freshen up your. It popped up on my Instagram
I don't know.
feed, and it
So
might freshen
weird.
up yours. It's so hilarious. It's two guys who are trying to make a spaghetti dinner at home, and also in the house is a cow.
Wait,
And
I
it
think I've
is-
seen
Oh
this.
yes, I've seen it.
It is
The cow is always
fucking-
getting his
it
nose.
Is
is-
it a series?
I don't know. It just showed up, and it
I
is
watched that,
wall to wall hilarious
Yes.
because they just keep trying to like, and the cow is just like
Very much
pushing
in the
its
way.
head.
Yeah.
Oh.
And it is so
and
good.
it's not AI, it's real.
Oh,
I
it's a
think it's
real
real,
cow. I
yeah.
think it's a
Okay.
real cow.
Okay.
What's their relationship to the cow?
I don't know.
I know.
And I don't. This is me with almost anything on the internet anymore. I sort of don't care to know. Like it just showed up magically. I realized I don't really interact with. I mean, I guess maybe because so much of it is on like TikTok or something, and I don't interact with TikTok at all. Like I don't really interact with other than stuff friends send me that's AI. I don't really interact with any. I don't come across it.
Do you guys know
At
what
all.
Italian Brainrot is?
Yes,
Oh,
our
yes.
children
Are
are
they-
obsessed.
Same
But I've
with
never
ours.
seen it.
Italian brain
I've
rot.
literally I've heard them play it, but I've never
So
seen
they're
it.
doing the Roblox.
Let's
Yeah.
talk to someone who doesn't have children for a second. Jeff Fox.
Yes.
Have you heard the term Italian brain rot?
I have, and I'm trying to think where. I was reading an article about the dead internet theory, and I think it was referenced in
Oh.
that.
Wait,
What's the theory?
dead internet theory?
The dead internet theory is a conspiracy theory that Google and some other tech giants are filling the internet with bots and garbage in order to suppress important information.
Oh.
It's a very interesting theory, and I believe it, except for it being a plan that somebody rolled out.
right.
I think it just is sort
think
of
it's
happening.
happening.
It's happening, but
I
no
think
one's
part of
planning.
it is too like a lot of the back and forth is just bots talking to each other.
Yeah.
It's much there aren't as many humans.
Right.
That it seems like
No,
And-
that's yeah,
and
sorry.
LLMs scraping content for
Yeah.
generating whatever.
Well, but I mean, people lump
What are
AI and
LLMs?
large language models.
models.
It's basically
Oh.
just
GPT,
all
Got it.
yeah.
Gemini, and
They-
all that.
Yeah, I mean, people just lump those two together, though, AI and LLM, as being the same thing, which I'm not convinced that AI is that much smarter than a large language model.
Well, I think
I'm really not
Isn't
all of the
convinced.
AI
main, all of the main
part
ones
of a
are
lang-
LLMs.
Yeah.
Right,
They are
AI and
LLMs.
LLM
Okay.
are the
Yeah.
same in that an LLM is feeding an AI, right?
Well,
It's
that's
an
what
AI.
it is. It's not
Right.
like when you talk about like ChatGPT, it's just a very robust, complicated LLM.
Right.
It's
Right.
like so
It's
it's
AI.
got like
It's
It depen-
artificial intelligence.
we call it AI, but I think what it's not actually like intelligence.
right.
It's not like it's thinking. It's more like there are these layers of it's just math essentially, and it just
Is
takes
there
everything and
an
breaks it
AI
down
that
into-
can think?
into
Quote unquote.
what's that?
Is there an AI that can quote unquote think?
They're getting there, they say,
Okay.
and there's something called super intelligence that they're working towards, and they think they're like maybe 5 years away from it, and that it might get to something like that. But right now, it's what do they call it? Tokens. every single word is broken down into several tokens, and that just becomes math. And then the math is what creates the illusion of thinking.
Right. So
That's
it's
how
like
computers
it's
work.
almost like a very, very sophisticated search engine in that it searches
Yes.
the entire internet for you and comes up with what it thinks is the logical conclusion it can draw from all the sources it has read, and it can read them all very fast or has already read them.
Yeah,
right?
and
That's basically
it
what
sort of does
is.
predictive text, but
Yeah.
then it has layers of where it will check itself against it. So it's not just giving you the first result, and then it has, based on what it perceives to be the topic, it'll have different engines. I'm sure I'm not using the correct terminology, that are like specialized in that, and so it'll check the work against what it predicts the answer should be, or
Right.
it's
What we don't have right now is like generalized artificial intelligence, which is an artificial intelligence, right, that has a motivation to learn and change, right?
yeah.
That's what they're working on, and that's why they're saying all these college kids are like quitting these companies and stuff like that, because that's what they're like afraid of is an artificial intelligence that can think, learn, and grow on its
Right.
own rather than being programmed. But it would have to be programmed to think, learn,
Yes.
and grow. But once it did, it might become uncontrollable or hide somewhere or whatever, or like, so that could be different.
Or
Yeah.
the AI will start to talk to itself, like different AIs will talk to each other and then create a language that humans can't understand.
Right.
And then, no, this is the fear. And then I
It's
think
still funny.
the bigger fear,
All of our fears are funny.
the bigger fear is that we start to offload so much of our stuff onto AI, and then we lose the ability to do it ourselves, and we become
Right.
completely dependent on AI.
But
Right.
here's the thing: this all stems from Silicon Valley startups,
yes,
and so it all very much feels like, is it Theranos? Is that how it's pronounced?
That's how I
Yeah.
pronounce
Blood
it.
company?
You mean,
Yeah, the blood.
like-
It's all to me. It's all like there's not really proof of concept. There's
right.
promise, and there's
You mean like every single other thing that's coming?
right, exactly. Like Silicon Valley is like notorious. Like
Yeah.
it's like so. Like of course they're saying yes, we're 5 years away. We're 5 years away. It's like, oh yes, we'll have this. Oh yes, this one tiny drop of blood it'll tell everything about your. You'll only have to give one tiny drop of blood. There has to be some percentage of bullshit in all of this.
Oh, a huge
And-
percentage.
Yeah.
And right, that's the thing is like, is it 15 to 20% or is it 85%?
Mhm.
And it's like, as long as they continue making better and better LLMs, then it seems like it's thinking.
Mhm.
But it's like if you read a story like written by AI, it like it's not like it takes into consideration all of the things that it said before. It's just like kind of
Right.
it's a weird stream of consciousness.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I see, these people online who are way into it. Like, there's this one account I follow, and he's like, Hollywood's about to, be disrupted. And it's all these videos that, like, one of these models have created these videos. And it's like, none of these videos can replace a single thing created by Hollywood right now. Like, yes, they look
Right.
real, but like, what, you're going to watch a show made by AI that, like, this is, if you think that this is replacing Hollywood right now, then you don't understand why we watch TV or why we watch film.
Right.
That is, we don't watch it just to see cool visuals. Like, it's
I
not
watch
a fucking
it
planetarium
To
exhibit.
laugh.
What?
Nicole
well,
Kidman.
like the sort of subtlety of like a really, really good movie or something where you
Mhm.
think about it for like months afterwards or whatever. Like the AI can't like it can't it could accidentally access it, but it can't like access it. And then like it's also like it's still fucking goofy. Like
Yeah.
I almost never use AI because I just don't want to like because of the environment and all that stuff. But like Lizzie and I were joking, my sister that I work with, that I write with, like we were joking around, and I was like, okay, I'm going to do one picture. And I was like, imagine Lizzie and Wendy relaxing on a beach, and it made us as two very thin women in bikinis on a beach, but between us was a clump of hands. And I was like, oh, it's still doing a clump of hands. Like, it's not ready to Skynet yet.
Yeah.
Or maybe it will Skynet, but it's going to send the missile like somewhere funny, like somewhere hilarious. I'm not sure where it's funny to send a missile, but I trust that that's one thing that AI can do is send a funny missile somewhere hilarious that we're all like, oh my gosh, we don't have to worry yet.
Send it to the hand factory.
It went somewhere, the hand factory, where it's going to send it right to where me and Lizzie are relaxing on the beach. And we'll die, but it will be funny.
Yes.
Are you seeing pressure at all on any level to start incorporating AI into any process?
No, I used it one time because I was writing something I wanted an AI to have said. Mm-hmm. So I asked ChatGPT how it would say it so that I could sort of almost like copy paste how ChatGPT, because the person was using a ChatGPT. But even that, it didn't fit right. And it didn't sound like provocative or funny enough. So I had to like take a couple sentences of it, but then write some things, and then wound up like throwing the whole thing out. That's the only time I've
so interesting.
used it. But I can see the problem, I think, for TV shows and TV ideas is like an executive now could literally say, ChatGPT, give me 100 ideas for a new drama. Yep. And I bet in there would be one really good idea. And then it doesn't, then it can just hire some writers to write that idea instead of having someone come in and pitch it and then set that up. And a writer could do it too. Like it just feels weird to me. Like I don't want to quite do it. You know what I mean? But I think it's sort of inevitable, I guess. But I don't know. I'm old, so I'll be dead.
I've heard that.
It's funny. I've started just real fast. Mm-hmm. I have started to also embrace my irrelevance. Like, well, it's not going to affect me. Right. It's going to happen, in 60 years, and I don't think I'm going to be here for that.
I've heard there's pressure on writers who are submitting specs to along with the spec have video proof of concept. The way that you would sometimes have like a PDF that would go with it with pictures. Say like it'll have this look, this kind of, now to actually have video, like you go, it's like a David Fincher movie or something like that, and have it so that the execs can not have to use their brain.
I haven't heard any of that. I've pitched a lot in the last like probably 6 months or whatever. I haven't heard that, but I'm sure there's people doing it for sure, but I haven't heard any pressure to do that.
In case there's listeners who have stopped listening because they're like, God damn it, what is Italian Brainrot? I need to close that loop.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So I had heard my kids mention Italian Brainrot a lot, and I assumed it was a style of video or just like a loose descriptive term, but it's a very specific kind of thing. I guess you guys probably know. I had heard them say like ballerina cappuccino or tongue sahur, these things, which I didn't. It's AI generated images that are usually like half animal, half inanimate object. So there's and they're different characters. So there's tralalala, tralala, and they all sound Italianate.
It's like there's a shark with tennis shoes.
Yeah,
there's like
a ballerina with a coffee cup for her head.
And they're chimpanzini, bananini.
Yeah.
And there's now Frigo Camelo, which is like a cold camel, I think.
And there's a cow. There's like
they're funny.
A whole bunch of them. And so there's a game on Roblox where they can collect them.
That's steal a brain
It
rot.
Upsets our youngest very much.
God,
he gets so mad.
Get stolen?
Yeah.
Elliot.
Oh my God!
Yesterday, Elliot was really upset because his friends were stealing his brain rots.
Yeah,
and I was worried that Elliot, this
isn't that the game?
You're
supposed to steal them?
Like to them, that's the game, but to him, that's being mean.
What
and
happened was he was on last week, and there was some special event where a whole bunch of really rare brain rots were, and he was able to get some really special ones. And then his friend and his friend's cousin got on, and they just started stealing all his brain rots, and it was crisis.
Yeah, he was devastated.
Yeah.
It upsets our youngest very much
because his brothers take his rots from him.
Now, what do you get involved?
I do when it gets to like a yelling point. I'm like, you guys need to stop taking your little brother's brain rots. Because, then it's not fun anymore. Somebody's yelling. It'd be the same if they were playing with toys and somebody was taking the favorite toy from the other kid. Like, you just eventually are like, stop doing that. And then one level up from that is I'm taking all of these. They only get their iPads on the weekend, but I'm like, I'm taking these iPads for the rest of the day if this continues, and that usually gets them to pay attention. So
also learn how to band together as a family to destroy others.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, last night it's so funny because you assume that kids know. Sometimes you forget that they don't know basic emotional and relationship information. Because last night when Cosmo was going to bed, he said, I was like, well, and you have your brothers and they love you. He's like, well, Jose kind of loves me. He does deep down. And I said, I don't think that's true, honey. I think he loves you completely and right on the surface. It's just he's a little bit tougher. He's a tough guy. And I was like, hold on. And first I yelled because Jose was in his room. And I was like, do you love your brothers? And he was like, obviously. And then Cosmo was like, I don't understand. He was giggling, but he was like, I don't understand. And I was like, Jose, come in here. And I was like, Jose, what would you do if any other kid or someone outside the family was mean to Cosmo? And he goes, I would end them. I know he doesn't really mean it. I mean, he's like, he's not like that. But I was like, and Cosmo like laughed so hard and was like so happy because he literally didn't know. Like, to him, the face value is the face value. Like, Jose is mean to him sometimes. He takes his Italian Brainrot. He calls him a baby. He does all these things. Of course, we try to curb this. Yeah. Please don't send a text telling me I'm a fucking monster. Like, everyone
people get it. He's an older brother.
That kids, you can be as touchy-feely and as nice and all that. The internal economy of a family, especially a big family like ours, we have 4 kids. There is an attention economy. People do jockey for things. There are times but none of them's hitting each other. Nobody's doing that kind of stuff. But they can be rough with their words sometimes. And Jose can be a little tough. He is the second, which I feel like that's hard. You've got the firstborn there. As I said, like a book I read was like you're born and somebody's already on the throne, which is like really hard, and I was the second. So I kind of get it. I get where these feelings come from. But I always assumed that Cosmo knew that Jose loved him and that it was internal to the family. And if somebody else tried to do anything, Jose would be like, no, that's my brother. I'll kill you. I will end you. But it was like, oh, why don't we say things out loud more often?
Yeah.
Like, as if the game of being human is like, oh, keep it a secret and then only have it come out if it's necessary. I'm like, why don't we all just keep things a little
cards
more
on the table?
Surface. Yeah. Like, it just feels like that's a healthy thing to do once in a while, is be like, I know he's mean, but this is the reality. It made Cosmo really happy, actually, to hear it. So it was nice. Sweet. Anyway, Italian Brainrot's got us there.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's so... I feel like for so many people, the game of being human is keeping these things hidden.
Yes. Like, you can't be frank. You can't be sincere.
Right.
Well, because then you could get attacked. I mean, that's the thing, is like being vulnerable, being sincere, like say in a work environment or something, somebody can use that to be like, oh, you really want that? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I can use that to you do this other thing for me. Like, not everyone is a good actor, but it is like within the family, at least you can keep things like a little more open, but it doesn't occur to me that often either, What's
interesting, because Elliot was really upset that his friend, who he was thinking of no longer being his friend, and his friend's cousin were stealing his brain rots, and as he said, but I get the brain rots to feel good about myself.
Oh my god!
Wow.
And
that's the funniest sentence I've ever
he
heard.
was texting them, and he was saying like, I'm not going to be your friend anymore, like, stop stealing my brain rots or whatever. But then he was saying that because he's texting, they don't see how, like, he was
see him crying.
They don't see him crying.
Yeah.
And I didn't say it out loud, but I had this reaction of like, if you're thinking of letting them see your tears about this, I don't know that would go the way you want it to. My whole thing, and maybe I'm being too protective, my thing was like, this is like an element of like good sportsmanship, and you're taking this personally. Like, maybe they'd see how upset he is and be like, let's not treat him this way. It's making him really upset. Or maybe they'd pounce on it.
Or, well...
I don't know. I don't know how kids are. They could smell blood. I was bullied, so I have a...
I don't think they'd pounce on it, but they might just not want to play with him. Like,
right. That's what I'm saying,
like,
the sportsmanship thing.
I think with guys, if, boys can play rough, but if you're a boy who doesn't play rough, who gets like who's very sensitive, or they just won't want to play with you. Like you'll just kind of you'll be on the outside, and I think that might happen a little bit with Elliot.
It's also very funny, though, to be sitting around here going like, well, when we were kids, we didn't have Italian Brainrots to steal. Like, that's why we don't know what to do. We didn't even, like, imagine hearing that sentence when you were a kid. Like, and someone's going to steal an Italian Brainrot off your iPad. Would be like, what the fuck are you talking about?
In the gloaming.
The devil is here.
It happens a lot where he'll ask me, like, what should I do? And it's like, and it'll be about some, and I'm like, I have no idea what the rules of this game is, how you're supposed to play it. Are they out of line, or is that the game? I don't.
Right.
And
you didn't have any Italian Brainrots.
And then he told me that he goes, well, I think when I'm a dad, I'll be the kind of dad who plays video games. Like,
wait, no, finish the sentence.
Instead of what did he say? Like
a soft working dad.
A soft working dad. Oh my God.
And I was like, what do you mean, like me? And he goes, oh, no, not like you're not a soft working dad.
What does that mean?
And I'm like, I don't know what you're thinking
or
what.
I mean,
but
working dad, but then
like a douche. Yeah, I don't know.
That's
but
really,
it's like
really funny.
And then I thought, is this a problem that I'm not playing these video games? Is this like my dad wouldn't play catch with me, but for the modern day? But it's like, I am not going to do Roblox. So
no.
I guess that's just something I'll have to talk to his therapist about.
You and I have talked about that. It's so visually uncompelling to me.
It makes me
so
car
unappealing.
sick. It makes me car sick. That's why I can't do
That's
it.
like Grow a Garden. You guys, your kids into Grow a Garden?
I think they have.
They have.
And Grow a Garden is so ugly. It's just... Ugh.
Minecraft is very aesthetically appealing.
Yeah,
Minecraft, I guess.
There's an aesthetic there.
Yeah.
Totally. These other ones, Roblox is just gross.
But teenagers are also like nostalgic for Roblox, and 20-year-olds are nostalgic for Minecraft. Like, so it's like it has become part of the fabric of life. So he might actually play Roblox when he's older as a way to relax. The same way Allison will watch Facts of Life.
I still do.
I know, because it's relaxing.
Oh, I'm sure of it.
Comforting.
I'm sure of it because it is replaced things like cartoons and things that we watched. I mean, all the things you're nostalgic for that you watch, that's Roblox.
Speaking of, have you checked in on Fantasy Island in the last 35 years?
I have not.
The
original?
Yes.
Oh.
Jeff, Fantasy Island?
I haven't seen it recently, but back in the day I watched it all the time.
Daniel and I both remembered it as being very creepy. We were correct. We watched one episode the other night.
It was attempting to be creepy.
I felt creeped out. It was awful. I was like, if I had paid money to go on this vacation, I would want a refund. There were two storylines. One's not even worth getting into because it was like inert. And then the other one was these four women who had all been cheerleaders. 4.
Okay.
The honeybees.
Oh, there were 4?
There were 4. The honeybees. And it turned, they each harbored a secret. And one of them had gotten like a discount. One of them had organized. Her fantasy was to reconnect with the other ones. We found out that
some moment in time.
Yeah,
when they were
and we
all
found
in their prime or something.
Right. We found out that she had like somehow gotten a discount on this fantasy because the other one, her fantasy was that they also all come together, and then she gets to stalk them and make them fear for their lives. And the reason, which they did. That's why I felt creeped out, because like there's someone in the house who's who wants to harm them. And the reason, slight trigger warning, the reason that she wanted to do this was because she was so resentful that they hadn't been there for her when she was a sorority little sister, and she got
gang raped.
Yes. The second time! That was the second time this had happened to her in her life.
Yes.
And then they all go back to their lives thanking Mr. Rourke and Tattoo. Like, what the fuck?
Did the other 3 go like, okay, I can see why you stalked me because I wasn't there for you the second time you were
They said
assaulted?
So the first time was before she was
when she was
the first time she was 14, so it was before she knew them. The second time was when some sort of Greek system, something or other, and they were like, "But we didn't know. We didn't know. Of course we would have been there for you if we had known." But somehow they all felt better after, or something crazy. It was so like.
But
how are you wrapping this up in 27 minutes or 58 or whatever?
But it was so poorly written, and I mean, it
I
was
think
just
that's
like
clear from what I'm saying.
No, but it was, no, but you were actually.
I wrote that episode.
I'm sorry. It was great.
You were actually creeped out by it, and I'm saying like that's crazy. It wasn't even good enough to be creeped out by.
There was,
it was terrible.
gloved. So there were the 4 dolls of them. There was a gloved. Each time something would happen to one, a gloved hand would reach in and twist the head off. And then there was a mirror over the fireplace that said "die," and then there was like.
We were starved for good entertainment
I was scared.
back in the day, like starved.
Well, there's like you had your 3 choices.
Yeah.
And so at the different times of night, and you would just be like, I guess we're a Happy Days family. Like that's what we watch, and
Right.
then and so you would just like stick with one network for the entire evening.
Yeah, it's true.
And so
Well, it was
like,
hard to change a channel. I mean, you had to get up
right.
and dial
Yeah.
it. Like,
Yeah, you
click,
had to
click,
turn it.
click.
Yeah, you
Get out
had
the
to have very
pliers.
strong wrists.
Now,
Yes.
Daniel has to go in 15 minutes for
But
a
you don't have
call.
to stop. The
No, I know,
show.
but there's a topic I want to get to while you're still in the room.
Okay.
Balmuda, the toaster oven.
Ah.
Oh boy.
Wendy, we've heard about your toaster oven.
I know this is another thing I just really don't want to talk about.
Really?
Oh, go ahead though. I'll just sit
Okay.
here like this with this face.
Yeah.
We recently bought a toaster
Yeah.
because you can't toast in an air fryer, not
We've
reliably.
tried.
It's a nightmare. But I find myself thinking this is no Balmuda, the toaster oven. Balmuda. It's no the toaster oven. And I find myself tempted. Tell me. Well, I was going to ask Wendy, but she's checked
No,
out.
she's
It's good toasting, but is it good for reheating things? Like, can you put
yeah. Yeah, but I mean,
I just could care less about this.
I
fucking
think-
toaster oven.
Do you ever use it?
I mean, yeah, it's a toaster.
Is
not-
is
I
that
think-
it? It's just a toaster?
I think in general,
Jeff's going to talk about it. If only Brooke were here.
Wait, does she have an opinion about it?
Probably.
no, she's a vertical toast
Okay.
person, which
That's what we have right now.
yeah, it's
You
just,
wanna know
it's
why I'm-
limiting.
Here's the problem with our toaster that we bought, and
It's
it's highly
vertical?
rated. Well, it's vertical. I don't mind that. The footprint is fine. It's got a dial, 1 to
Yeah.
6.
Uh-huh.
If you put it anywhere above 1.25, you get charred toast. So
Right.
I'm resentful that we
too.
paid for 5.75 levels that we'll never use.
Right. So why?
Yeah.
What's the purpose of 6?
I
then?
have no
6
idea.
should be burned. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say like it was a dumb purchase. I enjoy it, but I would just get yourself a nice toaster oven.
I kind of
Yeah.
wish I had a toaster oven, which is
I mean,
weird
the
because I've
oven
been
part
anti.
I get. Yes.
I like
Yeah.
the toaster oven.
Jeff's
just-
downplaying. If I wasn't here, he'd be like, "Oh, I love this toaster oven."
Yeah.
It's
do
because he
love it.
knows. See, he's lying because
Yeah.
I'm here. This is Schrodinger's cat.
Mm.
Like he
Right.
can't tell the truth
This
because
is
he knows
Schrodinger's toaster.
Schrodinger's toaster because he knows that because I'm here observing, he's going to act like he loves his toaster less.
I
than
do
he
know.
because he
I-
knows that I get really
I
annoyed.
do
when
love
he's
my toaster
really
oven.
into something that I just think is like, I don't know, whatever.
I do love my toaster,
and he
but
knows that it annoys me, and he's trying to avoid.
That's-
talking
that's
about
not
my
it.
You're right. He's
That's
so
not it.
blasé
My-
about it.
if
Yeah.
I am to,
It's fine.
I don't love it so much that I would be like instead of
Wendy.
Instead of your children.
That's fine.
no, like instead of like if you're wanting something that to just because my air fryer's not toasting bread and I want to use it like in a similar fashion, then I would say, I mean, like if you look at the Balmuda and you're like, that doesn't float my boat, I get it. It's a weird thing. It's a weird thing that I really enjoy, but
See, now he's up to really enjoy.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's holding back.
I'm not really. I've talked about this on the podcast.
I know.
already.
That's why I'm surprised by your
He's underplaying.
your
it.
nonchalance.
Wear
really.
your
Playing
feelings
it.
on your sleeve like your son did when he said he would.
Well, I
what,
mean,
what would you
I
do
do-
if someone outside the family came in?
I'm not gonna.
hurt
I'm not
your
gonna.
Balmuda.
They
I'm not
are.
gonna like
They're trying to.
proselytize for it. I'm not gonna say
But
everybody
you're
should
only
have
not
one.
proselytizing because I'm here, I think. 'Cause
No,
you know what
I don't
annoys
think
me
so.
when you
Well,
go
I know
on
it
and on
annoys
about
you.
Things you like.
I know it annoys you.
I'm a huge buzzkill.
There's
What
not
are
a
the
lot
other
that
things?
There's not a lot that I like that she likes.
Wait,
So-
what is
That's not true. We have almost everything in common. You just don't like it when somebody doesn't like get totally on board with something you're thrilled about.
But I understand. I can get very excited about it, but yeah, so maybe I'm like, I don't want to like do that performative bit of excitement for it in front of you because I know you don't, you're just be like,
what are the other things that you don't want to hear him talk about?
Was the movie Mickey 17. He brought it up like 400 times. And the final time he was like, I can't wait to see Mickey 17. I was like, okay, great, take Milo. I refused to go to Mickey 17 because he was so excited about it and said so many times that he says it so many times and I'm like, what are you looking for from me? I get so crazy because I'm like, I know, you told me. And then I'm like, by the 400th Mickey 17 conversation, I'm like, it's not even out yet. I don't know what to say about this. And then I refused. He doesn't know I refused to go, but in my mind,
it makes sense. Makes sense.
I refused to go. I was like, take Milo. Because like when somebody is at a fucking 90, this is the reason I can't go to stand up because I can't. When I feel like I'm not reacting enough for people, I get really uncomfortable. So when somebody really needs me to get excited is usually the time I get the least excited. It
shuts you down.
I'm not saying it's a good thing about me. It simply is. So when somebody is very excited like about the toaster or Mickey 17, I can't match the level. And when I feel them need me to match the level, I go all the way down to like a 0 where I'm like, I can't ever hear the words Mickey 17 again. And I even put it on and watched 2 minutes of it on streaming and I was like, nope. And I like couldn't enjoy Mickey. But I also didn't think it was good. I didn't think the beginning of it was good. And I'm a big fan of that guy. But it wasn't for me. But when he gets really excited, so excited, I just can't match it.
No, I know you can't.
Yeah. But do you? No, because you do it.
No. I do know.
I have to literally say.
I do know,
I can't talk about Mickey 17 anymore.
Yeah. But,
This is our biggest marital fight.
Do you wish you could both share in the toaster oven?
No.
You're okay with
There's plenty of things we both love. Like when we went to Denmark, we both love Denmark. We'll both tell you all about it. I think it's when he goes up to like 95 on things, and I almost never go to 95 on
True.
Literally anything. So then when I feel like he's just so jazzed, I just start to die inside.
Are you uncomfortable
like
letting yourself get to 95 on anything?
No,
And
like
is
I
it
said, like if we were both talking about when we went to Denmark, our whole family does this about Denmark. You know what I mean? Like it's not that I can't enjoy something for someone. It's that if Jeff just mentioned like, hey, I can't wait to see Mickey 17, I'd be like, okay, great.
Do you just hate his joy?
No, that's what I'm saying. No. I'm saying I don't think I'm that unusual. I think there are certain things he gets so dialed up about and mentions so many times that after I've done sort of the socially polite thing of like, yeah, that sounds awesome. Great. It
keeps going.
15 more times make me feel like I did not have a big enough reaction. And when I start to
like
feel
he's seeking
that,
something, yeah.
I start to go all the way down of like, I cannot, whatever it is that this person needs me to muster, I can't muster it.
I think ultimately what the problem is, I need to get out of the house more. I don't have a job to go to.
Yes.
I do all of my stuff from the house, and so my coworkers are Wendy, and so like she gets the full.
I don't think this is new. I think this is from the beginning of our relationship because I remember one time you got really excited about sheets, and I remember it was so early in the relationship, so I probably didn't tell you, but you kept talking about how much you liked certain types of sheets, and I was like, if I have to hear about these fucking sheets one more time, I'm gonna Kool-Aid Man through the wall. Like I was like, but it's a beginning of a relationship. It's a beginning of a relationship, so you're kind of like you don't want to.
Put your cards on the table yet? Yeah.
You do sometimes. Like you should put the important cards on the table. But because
not
this
the
is what
cards.
I'm like. That at a certain point I can no longer muster the energy to match somebody's energy or whatever. I was like, God, if he says sheets one more time, this might be over. Like not really.
No, but I think that's also. But like
right.
we're
right
always.
Now, you're right. You don't have coworkers right now, and I have my coworker Lizzie.
Yeah. But I mean, we spend like a tremendous amount of time together.
That's
And so this is also why Wendy is like, I don't need to listen to your fucking podcast. She's never said that, but I know that I know
She
in
gives
her
you that
mind,
look.
I imagine that's what she's like.
What if we
Jesus.
leave here and we have a talk, and then the next podcast we're like Jeff and Wendy split up?
Oh my God.
After that
Oh my
podcast.
God.
Oh my
No,
God.
I think this is very run of the mill couple stuff.
I think
right?
so,
normal.
yeah.
I have
Very
had
It's
run of
just
the mill.
so much.
Yeah.
many situations where I will be like really excited and Allison will give me this look of fear because
See, I don't even think that's true.
Well, it's like this. I don't know what you're expecting.
Oh, yeah, it
from
is
me.
true.
But
Like,
that's probably it.
you're-
You want to
I don't
affirm.
know. I don't know that I can give you
Yes.
what you want right now in reaction to your enthusiasm.
That's such.
Yes.
You could be fired up politically. This
Oh,
used to
that's a
happen
big
with
one.
us.
That
You would be
happens with
fired
my
up
dad.
politically,
Yeah.
and I'd just be like, I don't
What do you
know.
want from me
yeah,
right
but
now?
I want to give it to you, but you got to tell me what it is
I
because this
think
is very
that's it. As a
uncomfortable.
woman, you are taught sort of to mirror or to
Yeah.
get on board with people, and so when you can't,
Yeah.
you also start to feel guilty. But
Yes.
then you don't want
And
to.
then you resent it.
and then you resent it. Yes, it's like a wheels within wheels
Yes.
or whatever. Where men might just go like, "Oh, they like that, and I don't. That's
Yeah.
fine."
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
And I'll just be like, after a certain number of times, I'm like, I can't.
Right, because I will ask her,
can't.
like, why are you being weird right now? And she'll explain it, and it'll be like, I wasn't expecting any of that from you. In fact, you literally could just be an AI. I just needed to say
Makes
that
me feel
thing.
so loved.
You, like,
Right.
yeah.
Most of the time, probably, I do think humans just want to vent or speak.
Yes.
They're not necessarily. There are times you're looking for empathy.
Right.
But like if I told you guys about my trip to the dentist this morning, I wouldn't be expecting everyone to be like, "Oh my God." Like
Right.
I wouldn't be it would just be for some reason we all need to like process
To
our
share, yeah.
feelings and thoughts and whatever, but it's not but
Exactly.
yes, the toaster and Mickey 17 and sheets.
I
Those
would
are
like
my
to
And
know.
big
only those three things.
Yeah. Those are, most of the
Ever.
time, if you told me you were excited to go out with a friend, though, I wouldn't be like, "Oh, "Why are you excited to go out with a friend?" Like,
No.
that is not. I am not a buzzkill.
No,
in my
no,
defense,
this is
I'm
no,
not a
this,
buzzkill.
this is 100% about the times, and it does happen often that I get excited about something
more
and I talk
excitable
about
than
it.
me.
I talk about it a lot. That is correct.
You're more excitable than
But-
me, for sure.
You don't know how much I have curbed that.
I have a sense.
You don't know how much I have swallowed of that, having learned this lesson.
Right.
But sometimes it gets out of my control.
I
But there
know.
are a lot of times that
I
I'm just
know.
like, you know what, Wendy probably don't want to hear about
So
that.
between you and me, should I consider getting this toaster oven?
The Balmuta,
Mm-hmm.
it depends on the size of the thing, because the one bummer about it is that it's not doesn't have as large a capacity as like a normal
Oh,
toaster
that might
oven.
be a positive thing.
But here's
'cause-
my concern about it. If we get a toaster oven like this, then we are committing to a life of bread and toast on a level that we're not currently. Like right now, we just get normal ass bread. But if I got a toaster, I'm like, oh, we're talking about. I need thick cut like sourdough that was freshly made. Like that becomes my life, and I'm not ready for that.
Well, you know what I think it's good for? Okay, now that we've established that I only am ever going to
Yeah.
get medium excited about a toaster,
Yes.
Yeah.
that I'm only ever going to get medium excited about this toaster. But I do think it's handy if you don't want to turn on the oven and get out a baking sheet and,
Yeah.
and shit like that.
Yeah.
You could put like a little sandwich on some foil in there, and on the like the
Dial.
cooking,
Yeah.
it cooks really fast. Like it's up at 400, like before you can
In
even
the toast
blink.
oven.
In the toaster oven, so it
Yeah.
has the little tray, and you
That's
can
what we
put some
need.
foil down.
Yeah, I kind of
Yeah.
miss
And then,
having
like one night, I think I was making the kids like mozzarella sticks or something like that. I don't have to do the whole oven.
Yeah.
I'm just doing 8 of those on
Right.
a little tray, and they
Especially-
cook so fast in
we
there.
we do
so
that on the air fryer.
hey, I
but
did get excited. Look,
That
honey,
is
I got
good.
excited.
I know.
I know.
about the toaster.
Jeff, you could tell that Jeff.
He
soaked
felt
it up.
validated.
Yeah.
I know.
I
You have to
gotta
go.
But yeah, because our oven right now is storage for pots and pans.
Yeah. It's such a
I
pain in
think
the ass.
it is a good. It is never broken. It's a good quality product. I'm just not going to get
Right.
over the top.
Yeah.
And it takes up less room than another toaster oven, you'd say?
It's a little bit smaller.
I need to measure.
And it looks nicer. I
It
think.
does look.
You have
nice.
black?
I do
It's a
love
nice
things
looking-
that look nice.
Yeah.
What color do you have?
Black.
Okay.
Yeah.
I find myself tempted.
Yeah.
I don't think you would regret it. Now that we've established that Jeff and I have this massive problem in our marriage, I think I could say I think the toaster oven is a good investment.
Okay. Thank you.
Mhm.
Jeff, do you have a toaster oven?
I don't. I've had toaster ovens, and I don't enjoy them. I feel like it doesn't make toast fast enough. It takes a long time to make toast, and then if I want to reheat something, I just use the air fryer.
Interesting.
So if I got when I got a toaster oven, I wanted to get rid of my toaster, but I didn't think it was great for making toast.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh, wrinkle.
Yeah, this one's fine. Yeah, fine at toast, I guess. It might take a little longer.
Although my toaster
considered
makes
that.
terrible toast.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
But I don't want to go back to toaster oven.
Right. Interesting.
Just because of the footprint.
Yes.
Now, I get the footprint thing, but like there is no world in which I'm going to be happy just like, oh, yeah, toast is always dry when it comes out. Like that's not how I like making cinnamon toast. I like making cheese toast. You can't do that in a vertical toaster.
No. And
And an oven is too big.
Yeah, I'm rethinking my position because even though I never changed the setting on mine, whatever you put in, it's like you don't know what you're getting. You don't know if you're going to get a 1.5, you're going to get a 6. It's like I never changed that setting. I could put 2 pieces of toast and they'll come out completely different.
Yeah.
So now I'm reconsidering the toast.
I know.
Oh, no.
Everybody's going to know
Crisis.
Luda's after this.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know who I am anymore.
And I said all my emotional problems out loud. So I feel like it was a win-win.
Yeah.
You know?
A lot of processing and a lot of bowel muting.
Yeah.
Okay. I think we should do Just Mirror Everyone.
It's time for Just Mirror Everyone. Sometimes I ponder on something I have thought or done. Is it just me or everyone?
Skadoop-doop. Now, Wendy supposedly has one.
Yeah, I have a Just Mirror Everyone.
Let's hear it.
Mine is what relates to this morning. I was thinking about how much I love my dentist, Dr. Janice Yap. If you live in Los Angeles, you can go to her. I love her, and I hate dentistry. And so I feel a real, like, does anybody else feel that way? Like, oh, their doctor is great, but they hate going there. And so you overly apologize. Like, when I'm there, I'm like, I'm so sorry. You guys are the best. I love you. I love you. I love you. And then I'm like, get the fuck away from me. Like, it's like a real, it's a real
overcompensation.
Yes. I didn't know if anybody else does
I'm
this.
sure. I'm sure they do. I feel like kind of neutral about my dentist. I like the hygienist, but I don't know that I'm like trying to present myself any other way than
It's healthy.
I guess. I'm kind of like the Jose, but after you pushed him to just put his cards on the table. No, that's not true. I don't actually like let them know like I hate every aspect of this, which I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess I'm being phony too.
Yeah.
Not to accuse
I mean, I'm
you
not
of
being
phony.
phony. I do like them as people.
Right.
I
You're
really
trying to
like
let them
Dr.
know.
Yes, it's that like I have a deep internal fear of
Yeah.
dentistry, and so like it's not their fault,
Yeah.
but I do want to bite their hands off and hit them when they're touching me.
Right. Yeah.
You know, and then other than that, I think she's great.
Yeah.
I wish Daniel was in the room because he had
also
to.
goes to Dr. Yap.
And I don't think that he has this anti-dentist thing that we have.
Yeah.
I just like get out of my mouth and my
my mouth.
brain and all
Yeah.
the different flavors.
The flavors.
Ugh.
I had a filling
Don't
this
like-
morning. That weird tangy one,
Yes.
and then the paint that feels like they're putting wood finisher in your mouth.
Yes.
Oh,
And the taste and the smells, and then the but it drips down your throat anyway, and the whole thing. And then the new thing, I feel like this is new because Elliot just had to get a filling. I don't know what they call it for adults, but for kids they call it, okay, now we're going to put a raincoat on, and this like rubber, maybe it's a dental dam like we learned about during orientation in college, that rubber thing that covers all the teeth except the one they're working on.
they didn't do that today.
They
so
didn't.
They might not do it as much for adults.
Yeah.
I've had them
It's
do it.
old. I've had that when I was a kid.
Okay,
I've
used
never
to.
had that.
I didn't have it when I was a kid, but as an adult, I've had it. And the things they use to like hook it onto the teeth are not comfortable.
Oof.
But I find that to be the whole thing is like different levels of unpleasant.
Yeah, it feels like there are 2 pieces of popcorn stuck in
Yes!
either side of your tooth.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
I don't have a fear of the dentist, and I guess this kind of dovetails into, and is it just me or everyone? Because I think we bought a power washer, and I was like, well, I'll go power wash we have by the pool we have a white like couch thing. I was like, how much can it really make a difference? And I did like one stripe of it. I was like, oh my God, this was so like, and then
How
the
did this affect
satisfaction,
your marriage? Because you seem to be getting excited,
That-
and I
I
don't
know.
mean to make you self-conscious.
the satisfaction of like cleaning
Yeah.
with like a power washer is
There's
to
TikToks
me,
that show this.
it's to me like the same as like I love getting the plaque scraped off my teeth.
Oh,
I
yuck.
love it. Like it feel like it's the same thing of like a power washer for
Don't
me.
use the power washer in your mouth. It'll kill you.
Don't tell me how to live. But I kind of look forward to it. And then like if I'm flossing like a day later or something and it's like I come across like a little bit she missed, I'm like, God damn it. I should have like 2 weeks of like none of that in my mouth.
Right.
But I do like the feeling and the sound. I love it.
Oh my
I
God.
love it.
I don't mind getting my teeth cleaned.
Yeah.
That part is fine. It's other types of things. Like if she finds a cavity, I'm like, oh God. Like I'll literally be like, should I move away? Should I like what
Yeah.
can I do to avoid
this.
thing that's coming up?
Do
Yeah.
your dentists use, because my old dentist that I went to would just use tools to scrape my teeth, like
Yeah.
little scrapers and things. But this new one uses like a ultrasonic, like it's a very high pitched electric thing.
Oh no, she just
Okay.
uses like
Yeah.
the little hook.
Scrapes.
Yeah.
That I literally would like to buy for myself so I could.
They sell them on
can.
Amazon.
You can have
Yeah,
them.
but I
Yeah,
just
it seems
I,
dangerous.
It
You'd
does
probably
seem
wind up
dangerous.
chipping your teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because I have like in between my lower front teeth, there's like constantly like just like a little weird spur of like
Stuff.
that never seems. Yeah.
Yeah.
on.
Yep.
We're back, baby.
All right. I have one that a listener sent in. Darren Johnson. When I see a bit actor in a one-off role in a middling TV series, I feel bad for them, thinking they worked so hard to just get to this point, that they probably studied acting in college and did community theater for years, maybe decades, and then after all that, they get 25 seconds of screen time playing a pawn shop owner on Vegas CSI, like it's never going to happen for them. I don't know that I think that exactly, but sometimes I think about the actors or the character, no, more actors that are sort of like punchlines. And I think, how did that happen that they became punchlines and that we all, like many people look down their noses at them when like they, you know, to get a role on a TV show is cool.
Yeah.
No. I don't feel bad for people. I feel like we have a lot of friends who have had ups and downs in the industry and people who still to this day, like I'm thinking of a friend of ours in particular who, you know, he has a delightful marriage. He has great kids. He has other interests. He has a whole other job. And then sometimes he books a role on one of those shows. And I think that's extra money. And he feels great when he gets it. Now, I don't know. I don't know him well enough to know if it ever does keep him up at night or tortures him in any way. But I think of him as a highly successful, like, person.
Mhm.
But that's also like, we know him. We know a lot of people
Right.
like that who have found a way to still do their craft, you know, and also have a well-rounded, happy
Yeah.
life. So that I actually go like, oh, that was probably a good day when they got that. Like, you're only going to have so many Tom Cruises and
Yeah.
whoever else is in this world, and some of them are fucking miserable. So it's actually like, I don't know, it might be better that you always get to still do some acting
Right.
sometimes, but you didn't. Nobody chases you at the mall.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. Like the adjacent thing for me is I find it, I guess deep down a little bit sad. Like the people who are like, oh, like they're like, God, like that's just a role I did all these years ago. And that's all you know me for. It's like, right. People know you. I'm sorry. I guess that people like know your face and your name and you created a character that stuck with people. That literally is a rare thing that happens to anyone. So like, it's always kind of puzzling to me, people who have that. And occasionally you'll see somebody and I know I've seen like some actors who have had that where they had some like whatever kind of role and they're just like, yeah, I mean, it's like whatever, you know, it's just like, yeah, it was great. It brought a lot of people joy. I think you see that in a lot of like science fiction shows or whatever, people who get like,
Right.
you know, and they do the they do the cons and stuff, but they're just like, anytime they do a con, they're like, people still love this character and they love, and so this is like, it's a little bit of ego boosting, but it's, I'm sure it's a lot of it, but it is also like, oh, they created something that people still find joy in, and that's pretty terrific that you did that. You know? I don't know.
Yeah. Jeff, do you have one? Either Jeff.
I do. Just mirror everyone. I get weirdly amused if I pull into a parking space and the same model of car is next to me.
Oh, yeah. That is cool.
I get a laugh out
I
of that.
never thought of that in my whole life. And that's why we're here. That's
Yeah.
the beauty of life, isn't
Yes,
it?
it is.
We all are different.
I remember Chris Loxamana had a story.
Oh, I remember this.
It wasn't it was almost the same license plate.
It was a sequential license plate.
Yes.
It was the exact same car, and it was his license plate with but one number off.
But
And he came in, he had a photo of it.
Yeah.
And he came into the
Don't
studio,
blow
and he
my
was
mind.
so excited about it. And nobody cared. Nobody cared at all. People were just like, what I don't care. And he showed it to me. I was like, that's amazing. He was like,
Yeah.
thank you.
I feel like that was his looper. Like, did he stick around to see if it was him, but slightly different?
No, but I think he waited for
what
the
a
person.
one
missed
better.
opportunity.
He waited for the
I
person
know.
to come out and showed it to them, and they also
were.
shrugged.
Yes, that's my memory. Is that
That's
they
what
didn't
I mean.
care.
Was that his
That's
looper?
wild.
Was that
Yeah.
some alternate universe version of him? It sounds like no. I would have
I don't
stuck
think
around
so.
to see if somebody who looked like me but just with like a different nose
Yeah.
came out.
Right.
Like, oh, we're one off.
I
They
haven't.
made two of me in the game.
Should I see Looper? Do you recommend it?
I haven't seen it for years, but
Okay.
I think I liked it when it came out.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
That's pretty much.
I remember it being something that I was like, oh, I want to see that. But
I mean,
then
it's
I did
no
it.
Mickey 17.
Oh, I feel so much better now that I've cleansed my Mickey 17 problem.
Who is Mickey 17?
It's a movie
Robert
by
Pattinson.
Okay.
To Bong
Bong
Joon-ho.
who is one of my favorite directors. But I did start it, and I didn't. It didn't capture me the way some of his other.
Yeah.
I love to watch movies. So, but I also have like a quick turn off if I'm
Mhm.
not like, because there's so many.
Yeah.
So it's like, and there's so like now you have the catalog of like every movie ever made on your streaming services. So if I'm not
Yeah.
like in love in the first 5 to 10, a lot of times it's going.
Then you're like,
It's going in the
forget it.
bin.
You're like,
Forget it.
forget it.
Forget
I'm
it,
gonna,
dump it.
Go
I'm
watch
gonna
Fantasy
watch-
Island.
I'm going to go watch 4 Weddings and a Funeral again, or
Which I did try to watch yesterday, and I got halfway. Annie McDowell. I just never connect with her.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know why.
Yes, I wondered who all has seen St. Elmo's Fire.
I mean, I've seen it, but not recently.
So Emilio Estevez, who played Kirby,
Uh-huh.
was in love with Andy McDowell, and that was always a bit of a stretch for me in that movie. Like, she's an older, she's a doctor. He's like a medical student, but he drives all the way out to the snow, and she's there, and it's embarrassing for him, and she's there in a cabin, like with her boyfriend, and and maybe it was because Andy couldn't pull it off.
Yeah.
No offense to Andy McDowell.
No offense. She's
Jeff Drake.
gorgeous.
I think the closest I come is just with my dentistry adjacent.
Oh
one, but
yeah,
I do
which is that you love it.
Well, yeah, and that it just falls into the same category as like the cleaning stuff.
All right. Should we do Hey Go Fuck Yourself or Podcast Pals product picks? Do you guys feel more producty or fucky?
I'm ready for either. So
I don't really have either today. I feel like I use so few products that aren't a Bermuda toast, the toaster, that I've now been on this podcast enough times that I feel like I've gone
used
through all of
all
my
them.
products.
I
I understand.
have a new one.
Let's do
because-
Podcast Pals product picks.
Yeah, and I rarely use Amazon, but
Mm-hmm.
when a kid's birthday is coming up and you realize you haven't done enough shopping, that's
yeah,
when it's handy.
it comes in handy.
And I got this little thing. I'll send you the link. For Cosmo is 6 now. He just still loves stuffed animals. And because he's like my last child, I really indulge this because I'm like, oh, it's so cute. Like I'm only going to have like a little cutie for a couple more years here. And so I got him. It's a cat that has a Velcro stomach that opens. It's not gross. It's like just a little carrier stuff. And inside are 5 stuffed kittens. And I got that for him for his birthday. And the delight as he realized how many kittens were in there and pulled out all 5. And then he gave them each names.
Oh.
And their names are Colors for the one that's
So
like
Calico.
Rainy, Chocolate,
Pumpkin.
Pumpkin. Oh, the pumpkin's name was Carrot Cake first.
Oh, that's right.
And then a fifth name that I can't remember. Do you remember the fifth?
Well, which one is Rainy? Is that the gray one?
The gray one. Yeah. I don't remember the fifth.
But
the delight. And I know how like soft and awful this makes me sound, but I just found it so delightful.
It doesn't make you sound like a
I
soft working dad.
I work in comedy, so I'm like very hesitant to ever be sincere. But it's so
You know that
delightful.
just is a bit of an unintentional callback to Jose being sincere about his feelings.
I know,
yeah.
but I sincerely loved watching my child
That's so
take
sweet.
all 5 kids. And also it costs like $12.
Yeah.
So it's probably like it's basically fast fashion, but for stuffed animals.
Yes.
Which probably is a bad idea, but at the
Oh
same
my God.
time.
We have so many
the
little
joy.
cheap pieces of plastic.
The joy was pretty extreme.
There's a thing that you can buy where you can basically turn your old stuffed animals into basically a beanbag chair.
What?
Okay, yeah, and they're basically just big sacks. We have 2
Oh,
of those.
That's your product pick. There you go.
Well, it is pretty great. We have 2 of those in our garage filled with
That nobody's even looking at those stuffed animals.
no, and
Yeah.
and they are full of stuffed animals that
And then the house is also full of
the
stuffed
house is
animals.
full of stuffed animals.
Like we look like if it was a horror movie, like the way the camera would linger across the
Yeah.
stuffed animals.
there could be an ET hiding among them.
easily.
Like you would never
Yeah.
know. There's
Yeah.
so many.
We have bunk beds for Elliot and Owen, but I think we got ahead of ourselves because neither of them are upper bunk ready just yet. So Elliot's on the lower bunk, and then Owen is on the bunk bed mattress next to the bed. And then the upper bunk is just where all the stuffed animals reside.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's a good place for him.
Yeah.
So it's almost like a trundle. You should have gotten a trundle.
We did. It is a trundle. I never bought the third mattress though. And so it has like a drawer you pull out.
Oh.
And we used to have the mattress in the drawer, and then everyone was like walking, stubbing their toe on the drawer. And I was like, there's really no point. I'm just going to put the mattress on the floor, college dorm style.
Yeah.
Not that we didn't have beds. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, yes. Okay, great. Thank you for that product pick.
Podcast Pals Peanut Picks.
Jeff Fox, might you have one?
I do. There's, for you podcast or audio people, there's a relatively new USB microphone that I really like. It's the Rode NT USB Mini microphone. It's a USB mic, but it's very tiny, compact, and sturdy, so you can use it for traveling. And it's about $109 on Amazon.
That seems to be an up and coming maker of microphones.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of their products.
We watched on YouTube what was it called, Jet Lag, and it's a really fun show. But like they do all kinds of travel around, and they all have like little Rode microphones and stuff. That's the first time I had ever seen it. So,
yeah, they make good stuff. They make a good little shotgun microphone for on top of a video camera, and yeah, they make good stuff. I like them. I'm a fan.
How does that compare to the USB that I have, which is the Shure USB?
Shure MV7, which you have over there, is the best as far as I'm concerned for USB microphones. This one, it's a little bit cheaper, a little bit more compact, a little bit more rugged for travel.
Got it.
But the MV7, which you can feel free to link, that's a great microphone.
You would hope that Shure was knocking it out of the park.
Yeah.
I mean, they've been making microphones forever. So
Since
it's like 100 years.
Since the 1700s.
George Washington used
I still
the Shure
have an
microphone.
old
His podcast.
SM57.
Oh, yeah.
You could literally hammer in nails with it.
yeah.
And still around.
I would like to thank you guys so much for joining. I would like to remind everyone that I'm on Patreon. .com/AllisonRosen. Also Substack, AllisonRosen.substack.com. Wendy, what should we look out for, Wendy-wise?
Well, as always, I'm still right on Bob's Burgers. Watch Bob's Burgers anytime on Hulu. Coming back with season 15 or 16, I can't even remember, this fall. Great North has a couple episodes left that you can watch. Our season finale on September 14th, 2 episodes, and then I'm on what am I on? Blue Sky as Wendy Molyneux. That's it.
Wonderful. Jeff Drake?
Hi. Well, as we talked about, there's the 9 Chickweed Rage podcast that I do with Brooke Dillman. We have a new episode that drops on August 19th. So I guess right before this comes out or around the same time. I don't know when this one comes out.
This one comes out the
Listen
21st.
For those of us
Okay.
who can't.
It's a particularly upsetting one with a lot of teeth and a lot of bikinis. And I have a very, very big problem with
That's how he describes me too.
with his inability to draw a consistent level of where the water is on when they're at the beach, and it drives me crazy, this episode. So it's a fun time. It's a fun time. And then I'm on Blue Sky as Hate the Drake, and on Instagram as Not the Famous Drake.
Fabulous, Jeff Fox.
I don't have anything to plug, but I am looking forward to ringing in the sound of summer with some quality Hatfield pork sausage and put some pork on your fork.
Yes. Don't forget to eat the nubbin.
Yes. Oof.
But don't eat the clamp. Nubbin, yes. Clamp, no.
Have a little clamp if you want.
Okay. Thank you for listening, everyone. And for being on the show. Listeners, thank you for listening. I love you. You matter. Goodbye.
Hey, do you know about the Allison Rosen show?